Hi.
Hi,
Happy Sunday.
I'm Peter.
I'm Kari. We're on a little walk. We're doing walking errands and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous weather. Another great day. Did you want to talk
Some of
about
the reason why you live in Minnesota, there's like a couple of weeks or
You go
months.
ahead and talk about, we already talked about weather enough on this. Go ahead and talk about something else. Or I can launch into my own thing.
Go.
Well, we bonked last week again. So
On the video, we didn't make a video.
And there was and if we have, there's been a really good reason. There was no good reason last week. It was
flaked.
no good reason other than we just totally flaked.
Flaked out.
So that's the first real big bomb. But what I was gonna say last week was two things. Not this past week, but the week before, he worked so hard at school. And not this weekend, but the weekend before, all he could do was like zone out, sleep, ride his bike, and get ready for the next week. There was nothing else available. And that's totally okay, but it reminds me of how it used to be for me, because it was like that every weekend for me when I taught. So
Yeah.
it just was a reminder that it's not good for me. And if he, being as extroverted and Energizer Bunny as he is, if he has weekends like that, it's very evident. Like, it's very evident to me that I can't ever go back in that to that. And the other thing was, I saw the Toni Morrison documentary, and I thought I knew so much about Toni Morrison, but I learned so much, and it was so good. And it was one of those movies that I left, like a movie that I left, and I just thought, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anything else. I just want to live in how the experience of the movie affected me as long as I can. I was like I was stoned off the movie or something. It was so good. I highly recommend it. Okay.
And we watched another documentary on Rush, and after what the music band Rush from the 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000s.
Believe it
and
or not,
2010.
I used to listen to Rush in like 1983.
Right. And so Kari was explaining to me what her process in doing was similar to theirs with her artistry, as far as like,
not theirs, but other musicians.
well, their process, the one they went through when we were watching the movie, it related to Kari's, and that they went on tour, they wrote songs, they made an album, and then they went on tour about that album, wrote songs. And so a lot of the similarities for Kari was she is on tour when she's, bringing her art to different places with the help of her, her agent, her social media agent. So she finds places to bring her art, and then she brings that out, sets it around at the various places, and then while she's out and about doing this, she gets inspired, whether it's like Superior and then starts making pieces. And then it's kind of like each piece or segment is like an album.
That was what I had said, is that I listen to songwriters and a lot interviewed on the radio while I work during the day. And I also read a lot about writer's process. There's not a lot to read about artistic process or painter's process or whatever as there is to read about songwriters and it finally dawned on me, I make albums. Like, this is an album. These 11 paintings are part of this album where I wanted to express this idea. And then this group of paintings is another album. It finally dawned on me. It's like, you make an album with like an inspiration or an idea in mind,
Yeah.
and it makes better sense to me, and it actually it relaxes me a little bit
Yeah.
more because I'm still waiting to see what I'm gonna do. What's my next album? I don't know what my next album is. So, but do you want to say anything? Are we done?
No, I think that was it. I mean,
That was
Yeah.
a good documentary too, by the way.
yeah. Yeah. Beauty Day.
We'll sign off.
Sign off. Bye-bye.